So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and I bit the bullet, so to speak. I'm a sucker. So I'm a sucker for a TD and this thing looks fun. So this is the new French Tier 8 Premium Tank Destroyer, the AMX CDA 105, the Canon d'Assault. It looks like a sort of Stug on steroids, doesn't it? Look at it. Kind of sleek looking. Not a bad looking tank. So this is well, so it just came into the gift shop on Saturday, I believe, and let's just hop over and take a look at some of the packages that are available. So let's take a look at the packages, 3 of them as usual. The standard package is the tank plus the 50% crew and a garage slot, £33.43. Let's have a look at how that compares with other tanks, tier 8s. So £33 is basically in the sort of around the same as the S1. More expensive than the medium tanks at tier 8, so you kind of expect that, to be absolutely honest. That's where they position TDs these days. Tier 8 good TDs like this one. So £33.43p for the tank itself. If you want to go slightly more extravagant, you will get the tank plus a garage slot plus 4,500 gold, 15 of the ×5 victory missions, and 30 personal reserves of 200% crew experience. So a good way to train up your crew, but that will cost you £42.77. Or if you're really money bagsy, or you've I don't know, you need the gold or what have you, then the top package, £68.43p, is basically you get the tank, you get 30 of the ×5 missions, 9,750 gold, 30 days of premium, a flag, France flag, I don't know what that is, 30 personal missions of 300% experience. You get binos, you get vents, you get medium gun rammer, 25 repair kits, 25 auto extinguishers, and 25 first aid kits for £68.43. When I did the maths on this, basically if you add up the base cost of the tank plus the gold, you basically, and the premium as well, you're basically getting all the rest for free, if that's what you want, because the combination cost is about £1 more expensive if you bought all those elements separately, the gold and the premium plus the tank. So, you know, if that's your bag, you really want the gold and the premium, then that's not a bad deal actually. But it's still a shed load of money. It's nearly 70 quid for a virtual toy. Anyway, let's hop back to the garage, take a look at what it does. So what do you get for your money? Well, first up, you get a pretty good gun, 105mm CN105, 5.22 rounds per minute, 260 penetration with its standard APCR round. It fires a heat shell as its premium, gives you 310, which is not bad for a tier 8, and 53 with its high explosive. 390 average damage is pretty reasonable. Accuracy is excellent, 0.3 is very good, and aim time of 2 is very good indeed. So very, very good gun by the look of it. Let's have a look at what that means in terms of other stats around the gun. So without any crew in here and without any equipment, it's 2,122 DPM, which is excellent, really, really good. -8 gun depression is also very good indeed. However, the gun traverse is fairly limited, only 10 degrees each side, so that's a bit awkward. Fine at distance, but I imagine if you get encircled or somebody's up close, you're going to have to constantly reacquire your target. But then the accuracy and the aim time is pretty good, so I don't know. We'll have to see how that works out. Gun traverse of 27.12 degrees per second, which is pretty reasonable actually. Survivability, it's a bit low on hit points, only 1,000. And armor, well, it's 140 and 30, but that doesn't quite give the whole picture. So let's hop over to Tanks GG and have a look at the hull values. It's a funny looking beastie, isn't it? Wow. So instantly you can see the lower plate is very, very weak. 70, nearly 72 mils of armor, even with the angling, gives you 95 and a half. So very, very weak. And also, anybody firing HE would probably splash underneath that and do pretty much full damage. Well, not full damage, but would do a lot of damage. This upper lower plate, if you know what I mean, is 80 millimeters, so 124, which is nothing spectacular either. Let's have a look at the top plate. It's weird because this thing appears to bounce shells, but looking at this armor, it's not that great. 150 there, 180 on the upper bit, that's 200 there. So if you can get people to shoot you in this angledy bit here, then you're pretty good. If you can angle it a bit, 200, yeah, but then you get hit flat there, so it's quite tricky, quite tricky. Above the gun is an auto ricochet, unless you have a gun of 161 or more, because that's 40 millimeters of armor. Top of the tank here, this sort of funny strip here is not that armored. 109 on the cupola, so yeah, it's not that well armored. It's weird. When I came up against one of these in battle, we seemed to bounce shells all the time off him. But if you can aim for the that's pretty well angled there. If there's any kind of angling, that will bounce. But if it's not angled, it's a pretty easy pen. So, interesting. Not quite the armoured bully that it might otherwise look, but it has got some really trollish armour. That's odd. That's very odd indeed. There's some very, very good bits of armour here. Some auto ricochets here, ricochets there, ricochets there. Looks like if you can keep this, you need to keep what would be a turret in anything else out, everything else hidden, and you will probably bounce things. Side skirts are negligible. Side armour is rubbish, as is the rear, as you'd expect, I guess. It also looks like it's an artilleryman's wet dream. Look at the top there, 15 millimeters. Wow. That's going to wreck you if you get hit by artillery in this thing. That is for damn sure. So intriguing armour, very intriguing. So intriguing armour, not exactly awesome, but there's some definitely trollish bits. And as I said, when I fought against one of these ones in must have been Super Tester trying it out, I bounced some shells off the front of it, which surprised me with those armour values. Certainly if you can keep this top half only exposed, it's going to bounce some stuff, although not a tier 10 obviously. It's quite lightweight, 26 tons, 720 horsepower engine, giving it a 26.79 power ratio, which is very good indeed. 55 speed, 18 in reverse is also very good. 29.2 traverse speed is very good. So it's a pretty mobile tank. What about concealment then? Well, this looks like it's a very stealthy little beastie. 21.66 concealment value with no camo on, nothing, no paint, no crew, is pretty good, So you're going to be up around the 40% mark. We'll see when I put the crew in a minute. So yeah, very, very good. Spotting range is, however, dire. 360 is not good, really not good at all. So as a tier 8, that's, yeah, you're going to need all kinds of boosts to get anywhere near anything decent. So mixed bag really. Looks like the gun's very good, looks like it's pretty mobile. Armour looks a bit trollish, but proof of the pudding is in blowing up shit. Let me equip it and we'll take it out. Okay, so there we go. I've put my AMX AC Mule 46 crew in here. They're not fantastic, they're on their second skills, but they're okay, they'll do. That's what I would use to training. The only thing to say about that is that they have a radio man and this tank doesn't, so don't know what happens further up the tech tree, but that could be a problem. Let me just have a quick look. Where are we? There we go. How many crew members does this thing hold? 1, 2, 5 man. Fosh, there's only 4, and so is the other Fosh, only 4. So basically, tier 7 and tier 8, you've got an extra radio man you're not going to need further on. So this thing is a good map for hire for the 9 and 10 crew. So let's see what it did to our firepower putting that crew. We put a rammer on, I put vents on and binos on. We'll see what it does to the stats. So my aim time now is 1.88, dispersion of 0.28, which is fantastic. Damage per minute of 2,400, which is okay actually, pretty reasonable. Concealment values are now, with the paint on as well, 35% when stationary, so pretty reasonable as well. So let's hop out there, play a few games, see what the first impressions are of this beastie. Okay, so we've actually got a tier 8 game now, so we need to make the most of it. I can't say I'm having an awful lot of luck in this tank so far. Second game out, I turned it over. So what should we do? I think we are a TD, even though we're top tier, so we need to get out and do some damage. There's an E25 on the opposition team who is a bit useful. That's slightly concerning. Certainly no chance of hitting him. Have, however, a chance of hitting him. Yeah, hit him. Good. Velocity of these shells is phenomenally quick, so you see there it got there before, even though I fired after the guy beside me, his shell got there pretty much the same time and actually gave me some damage that I might not have otherwise got. Come on, give me a little bit. Went a bit high. Should have saved it because now I've got the shot. You can see this problem with the didn't lead at all. I need to lead something. You can see the problem of the arc of the gun now. Trying to can't get a shell on him. Ah, that shell dropped like a stone. Come on, reload. Disappointing. Had him lined up and then the shell dropped like a stone. Oh, there's a target behind me. Yeah, here you go. See, look at that. Had to move again. No idea whether I hit him. Another target. disappeared. Is he still there? More targets over here though. Tracked him? You've got to be kidding me. He's dead. Let's take him down. Panther rammed our E25. Yeah, this angle. Yeah, we guessed where he was, took him down. The problem here is I'm going to have tanks from backside and front side. Why the hell didn't that kill him? What's in the cap? I think that's the VK in there. Come on, come out too far. Ah, artillery. Actually, I think I'm going to push around this way. See if we can take him down. Give him a... This guy wants to have a brothers in arms, I guess. No, maybe he doesn't want a brothers in arms because now we have to see what we can do. Him. Right. That didn't work so well there. Running out of shells actually, just realised. See if we can use some of the stealth ability of this thing. Yep, there he is. Oh, you're kidding me, I missed him. Right. Missed some terrible shots. Where the hell has he gone? He's somewhere ahead of me, I know he is. Panther's being ripped apart, we need to move forward to help him out. Aim, aim, aim. Got him. Wow, that was an intense game. Intense game. Ran out of shells very, very rapidly there. I think because it fires so quickly. So we got second class out of that one. Fighter, spotter, shell proof, fire for effect, crucial contribution, and brothers in arms. Top of the team, 2,149 damage, 4 kills, 1,029 base XP, 25 shots, hit with 12 of them, so only 50% hit rate, which wasn't fantastic. My mistake, the gun's not. 2,000 damage, took 9 hits, 4 of which penned, 5 bounced, blocking 1,000, did 2,000 assistance damage. Not a massive credit generator, 85,000 credits, 50,000 profit, and with the times 3, 4,768. 86 even. So not bad at all. The let's shut that down. The arc of this gun is a little bit limiting, that is for sure. That is for sure. But the gun's very good if you aim properly, which I didn't in that last game. Anyway, let's play some more. Okay, Winter Storm, tier 10 matchup. Type 5 heavy is going to be hard to pen. Well, I'm afraid it's going to have to be a bit of a camp fest to start with. We are TD after all. That's what we do. Okay, that's good, it didn't cut him off. So I like the acceleration of this thing. It's got really good speed. Gets away from the lights really well. Turns like some kind of, what's it, liner. It's not very good at turning. I don't think got much chance of penning him. Reload is quite slow as well. I do like the gun. Also, the arc is a problem on this tank. It fires lovely, it's got a nice gun. Thank you, Mr. Scorpion. Sit right behind me. Trying to track him. I think I did. Just load a heat shell. Oh no, he's going to escape. No, stay there. Stay there. Did I? No, I didn't. Thought I was going to track him there, but where is that? He's outside my render range. I can't see that. Super Pershing or an Easy 8, I'm not quite sure what it is. Yeah, they're pushing through the city. Couldn't even pen him in the side. That's better. Come on, reload. Let's pull back around the cab. He's down. Had an outside chance of him there, and I don't know what I can see of him, but it's not an awful lot. He's down 2. Nice. Okay, let's push. Entirely sure I can pen that guy, but what the hell. Let's load some skill rounds, see what we can do with him. We'll go up above him, I suppose. He looks like he's going to be dead before I get there. Nah, just as I get there. Oh well. So, yeah. We did okay. Tier 10 game after all. Third class and 5 for effect. Middle of the team, 2,000 damage, that's okay. 753 base XP. 10 shots hit with 9, penned with 6. Nearly 65,000 credits, 50,000 profit. So the shells are expensive. And 11,000 XP. Sorry, 1,100 XP without all the extra twiddly bits. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the shell costs. 1,210 for a shell. Quite expensive. Premiums are very expensive. 4,000. That's not unusual. So seems expensive. It doesn't seem like you generate a huge amount of revenue. You don't generate the same sort of cash as the cash register. This Stumpfwagen S1 that definitely has much more credit making potential. But this is kind of a fun little tank. It's definitely like the French Stug, but at tier 8. Nice gun, nice mobility, surprisingly bouncy armour. Downsides of it, well, you saw it, the arc of this gun is terrible. 10 degrees each side means that you're pretty much always having to turn your tank, which is annoying, and throws your aim off quite a lot. It's fine if you're firing at distance, but any sort of medium to short range firing, yeah, you can have problems. The gun surprisingly doesn't seem to pen as often as I would have expected, but maybe that's just my lack of accuracy. 260 should be enough if you're aiming for weak spots and what have you, and this is capable of hitting weak spots. While it's got brilliant acceleration and reasonable top speed, 55 is pretty damn good, it can't really turn, so its turn ability is terrible on it. But you know, it's an interesting little TD. I quite like it. In fact, I do like it a lot. I think I probably will be playing it a fair bit. So it's a nice TD. I wouldn't say it's overpowered. I wouldn't say it's fantastic. It's a nice, good, strong TD. And if you want one to train up your French tank destroyers crews, then I think this could be a good choice for you. 33 quid, yeah, it's not inconsiderable amount of money, but if you're buying tanks, then that's the kind of price you have to pay for a tier 8, I'm afraid. Anyway, I hope you found this little quick look at the tank useful. My immediate thoughts, my sort of initial thoughts anyway on the tank. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already got it, let me know. What do you think of it? Are you enjoying it? You wish you hadn't spent the money? You know, what do you think about the tank? If you're seeing them all the time on the battlefield, do you just go, easy meat? I'd love to know your thoughts. Anyway, enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously, and I will see you again soon. This is Gamer Dom signing out.